Okay, let me get my water. And then we are ready. Okay. Here we go. Wednesday, hump day. There's Susan.
They want to bring the
Just in time. Woohoo, it's now an official party. Happy hump day. We made it to Wednesday, life's pretty good. Okay, let's take our feet to the width of the mat. We're just gonna start moving the hips side to side, just at a comfortable pace. And now take them back and kind of make a little half circle, alternating sides. Just because it feels good. Couple more. This is a great way to really loosen up your inner thighs. Okay, feet are hip width apart. You're going to take a nice big deep breath, reach for the ceiling. Try to lift the shoulders up as high as you can. And then take it down halfway with your arms by your side. Now let's make sure we're drawing the belly button in. Pull the arms forward, shoulder width apart, and shift your hips backwards. And then come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Lift those shoulders up as high as you can, and then take it down halfway again. Belly button pulls up and in. Try to weight mostly into your heels as you bring the arms forward, trying to reach to touch the front of the room, and then all the way back up again. And then one more time, swan dive it down halfway. Pull the arms forward. And then fold all the way down. Just really try to totally unweight your upper body here. Relax, try to get your legs straight if you can. Let's take a few really big deep breaths. It really helps you loosen up your lower back. Okay, now we're going to inhale and extend the spine. And then come all the way back up. Reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then take it down all the way this time. Head relaxes. 3 big deep breaths. Now we're going to inhale and extend the spine. Let's try to walk our fingertips forward and try to shift your hips backwards. So we're getting a nice stretch through the lats. Big deep breaths here. Now relax and fold back down. We're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to meet in a high plank. So try to get the legs nice and straight with your shoulders over your wrists. And try to push your heels backwards so you get a nice stretch through your calves while we hold this plank just for a few more breaths. Now we're going to step our feet in so our knees are under the hips and just off the floor. And now you're going to put them down on the floor. Kind of let everything relax and then start again. Go back into your bear, drawing the stomach up and in. And then put the knees back down. This is the best way to really activate the core system. Lifting the knees, holding it just for a breath, and then putting them back down. Let's do 3 or 4 more. Make sure you're not dropping your face. You just want to keep that neck nice and neutral.
And now let's take it to a downward facing dog. We're pushing the heels to the floor and we're straightening our legs. Big deep breaths. Now come back into bear. Step your feet back to plank. Stay here for a breath or two. Keep the belly strong. And now take it to a regular downward facing dog. So now we're trying to get the heels pushing down into the floor. And from here, we're just going to hover the knees. And then go back to your regular down dog, pushing the heels down. And now hover your knees again. And back to dog. And one more time. And now just put the knees on the floor. Walk your wrists underneath your shoulders. You're going to do some nice cat-cows here. Slow, hang out where it feels good. Don't be in a hurry today. This is the love your body needs on a daily basis. So enjoy. Really creating lots of space between the shoulder blades. And you're still pulling that belly button up and in. Do a few more. Okay, you're in a neutral spine. You're going to take your left hand to your left ear. So your elbows pointing out to the side. And now we're just going to lift the left shoulder up. Your hips are staying square. And you're going to take that elbow, cross it over, touch the right one, and sweep it back up again. It's all about lifting the shoulder. The elbow's just going along for the ride. Keep going. Let's do 3 or 4 more on this side. Try to keep those hips really quiet. Little break in that right elbow would be nice, so you're not locked out. One more. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So right elbow to right ear. Lift the shoulder. And then cross it over. And sort of when you're lifting, you pause a little bit, right? Just to see if you can get any higher without shifting the hips. I'm going to do a couple more. And then we're going to go right back into those cat-cows just to kind of reset the spine. Okay, give me 5 nice slow motion cat-cows. Maybe these ones you take the hips back a little bit so you feel a nice stretch in the lower back. Okay, quadruped position, neutral spine. So nothing really changes. Your shoulders are over your wrists. You're going to lower the chest between the shoulders towards the floor and then press away. It's just helping the scapular loosen up a little bit. Get some good blood flow in there before we work our arms today. We're going to do one shoulder opener exercise before we get into our weights. So neutral spine, you're going to take the hips just over the heels, and you're going to bring your arms out to the corners of the mat and lower your chest towards the floor. Keep your head off the floor with your neck nice and cozy. Now we take that right palm, reach it up towards the ceiling, and then lift the arm off the floor just an inch. And really try to keep the arm nice and long. And then close it, and let's do the same on the other side. Open, lift and reach. The reach is important, getting the arms straight is important. And now you're just gonna alternate from side to side while you breathe. Make sure you're really opening the palm and then giving it that little lift off the floor. Great shoulder therapy. One more on each side. Now come back up onto all fours. Do some more cat-cows. Maybe 3 or 4, that's it. Then we're gonna meet in a small downward facing dog. Okay, so from here, knees come off the floor, push the heels down. Push the legs straight. Now let's get nice and high on those toes. So you're gonna feel a lot more weight coming into the arms. And then put the heels back down. Do that 4 more times. You're holding up for 3 counts here. Really work the biggest range of motion you can, and then take the heels back down. Last 2. Last one. Okay, baby steps forward with your feet towards the hands. You're going to inhale and extend the spine. Take the weight backwards into your heels and then reverse swan dive all the way back up. Open the palms, reach for the ceiling. Lift the shoulders, try to get taller. And then relax. Okay, you're going to make a fist, pull the elbows back. So you have a really big squeeze of those elbows back and together. You're pulling them in towards each other. We're going to come down halfway with your belly in. Come back up. So this is the easiest way to get good blood flow into your glutes and your hamstrings. This is also a great exercise to do in the middle of the day if you've been sitting a long time. What's a long time? 20 minutes. That's a long time without moving. Little breaks should be part of our everyday habit. Okay, see if you can get a little more range here. So you're really feeling the stretch down all the back of the legs without compromising your posture and without rounding your thoracic spine. One more. Okay, shake it all out. We're just going to let the arms fall, sway side to side. Nice and relaxing. You can turn the hips also. Great. Okay, shake it out. You're going to grab one of your heavy weights. We're going to start with legs, but just holding this heavy weight is also work for your back and your arm, because it's really important to keep your spine long and your posture fabulous. So here's what we're going to do. Arm weight in the left hand, and your left foot is kickstanding. Okay, so you got most of your weight in the right leg. Come down without rounding the back, and then come right back up and do it again. Down and up. Keep the weight close to the feet. I'm sort of rotating my palm to face the back of the room while I descend. And then when I come up, I have my palm face my leg. So I'm just adding a little bit of a rotation while you keep your posture fabulous.
So let's really try to put as much weight into that left leg as you can. I think I said I was kickstanding the left leg, but anyways, you know the drill. The foot you're kickstanding is the hand you're holding the weight in, whichever one you're doing. Doesn't really matter because we all know we're going to do both. So let's keep going. You have a couple more here. Last one. Now, we're going to keep this foot, which is my right foot. We're going to keep that in a kickstand. We're just going to switch the weight to the other hand. That's the only change you're making. You're still trying to put most of your weight into this left leg. So come on down and right back up. Now I have my palm facing me the whole time. So I'm not doing the rotation on this side. I'm just going up and down with most of my weight in that left leg. Spine stays nice and long. When I get the weight close to the floor or to the floor, it's right in line with that left foot. It's not going way out in front. You want to keep the weight close to the body. So it becomes a little more challenging for the leg and your glute. Keep going. Oh, music just went off. I wonder what that means. Hopefully we don't lose energy. I have no idea what's going on, but hopefully I don't lose you again. Okay, so we had the weight in the left hand. We had our right foot in a kickstand. We're just going to do a couple more. Okay, now you're going to do a full, both feet on the floor. Keep your hips nice and square. You're going to come down with that weight just to the outside of the left foot. Do that 5 times. Now, I would like you to try to keep equal weight in both your feet. So focus on trying to achieve that. Even though you've got a weight weighting down the left side of your body, you're actually really waking up your core. It's got to really engage to stabilize. One more. Now, transfer the weight to the other hand and do the same exercise. Everything nice and square. Come down and back up. Equal weight in both feet. Not so easy to do. That's why we're doing it. So we're going to do about 5 more on this side. You can go at your pace, whatever feels good, slow or fast. It's more about keeping equal weight in both feet. And we got one more here. Now, when we come up, I'm going to have you do a hammer curl with that weight. So take it to the shoulder and then press it up, bring it down. Go back to a straight arm and back to the single leg deadlift. Hammer curl to a press and keep going. Really control the weight when you lower it down. We don't want to use momentum and we don't want to let gravity do the work. So we have 5 more here. Make sure you're staying nice and tall and long with the body. Exhale out when you press up. Inhale when you go down. One more. Now we're going to just switch hands. So let's start with going down first. You got the weight in the left hand, both feet firmly planted on the floor, equal weight in both. So you're doing a nice curl to a press. When you straighten out that arm after you're lowering it, try to do it slowly with control. Couple more here. And if the weight's really too easy and you're not feeling these, you could double up. Nice. Okay, put that down. Grab a quick sip of water. I'm going to use my small red band coming up, which is going to work the arms. So what I'm going to do, put it through like this, just by your wrists. You're going to take your your right foot forward, left foot back, so you're in a split lunge. Bring your arms out. Now open, create the band, get the band tight. So you're opening the wrists, pulling them apart. Now, get really high on the toes on the back foot. My front leg is almost straight, but not quite. I'm going to lean forward, just so I really feel a big activation of my gluteal on that right leg. Now I'm going to rotate the arms to the left, and I'm going to come back square. I'm doing this quite slow. It's a lot of work for the entire body. Keep pulling apart those hands. So it's hard. We're going to do 5 more. Try not to rush it. Keep a big forward lean. Okay, release the arms, step your back foot in, shake it out a little bit. We're going to switch legs. So barely a bend in that front leg, really high on the toes on the back foot. Arms come out, make it hard. Pull that band apart. Lean in. Start your rotation. Slow and steady. Don't let those hands come together. You got to really fight for this. Draw that belly in. This can be as easy or challenging as you want to make it. So let's give it our best. You got 3 to go. Can you get that band any further apart? The hands. You know what I mean. Here's my last one. I think my arms are definitely talking to me. And relax. Whew. Okay, we're putting that down. Grab some water. I'm just going to turn on my AC. Okay, we're back to holding one heavy weight right at your chest. Take those feet wide. Turn your toes out as comfortable as it is for your knees. That's basically your guide. You're going to squat down, holding the weight at your chest, and come back up. So 3, 2, 1 to get down, and 3, 2, 1 to come up. Make sure you're drawing the hips back. Give those glutes a big old squeeze at the top of the move. Squeeze and lower. So if you can improve your depth, why not? Play around with the position of the feet. Make sure everything else feels good. So you're gonna feel this in your inner thighs, especially when you get good depth. So now stand at the top with the holding your weight. You're gonna open the arms so the weight's down when you descend. Okay, so here we go. Open the arms as you lower. Weight's gonna get to the floor. Close as you come up. It's like a modified bicep curl. Open and close. Try not to lose that posture. You're gonna feel this in your upper back also. Staying nice and lifted through the chest. You have 5 more. And if it's not comfortable holding your weight this way, hold it any way that it is. One more. Okay, put that weight down. We're going to use the black band this time, the hard one, and we're going to work our outer hips. So lying down on the floor, take the band just above the ankles. Make sure your head is nice and relaxed on the floor. It's all about the hips. Straighten up those legs. Open out as wide as you can on 3 counts and close on 3. Just like we were doing those squats, slow and steady, going in and out. Now, if you want your core to be challenged here, try to move your feet a little more forward. There's a sweet spot there. Pressing that low back into the floor so your whole entire core system is activated. Makes this a much more challenging exercise because you're bringing more muscle to the party. Hold this one out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go back to your 3 counts in and out. Make sure you're attempting to get them wider every time. Whether you succeed or not is another thing. It doesn't really matter, but you're trying your best. Yeah, on this next one, we're holding it out for those 5 slow counts. Get them nice and wide. Move them a little more forward. Press that low back into the floor. Now go back to your 3 counts in and out. Last round. Make each one of these fabulous. Okay, last hold out, 5 counts, nice and slow, get them wider. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release the band. Sit yourself up. We're going to do a little oblique work. So I'm going to have your butt in the center of the mat. Bend your legs and drop back down onto the elbow. Your knees and feet are stacked. Your left hand touches the left ear. Now I'm gonna lift my feet off the floor. Feel that core have to activate. Try not to put a lot of weight into your right elbow. It's just down there so you can balance this way. Now you're gonna straighten the legs and lift till your elbow can touch your left knee, and then lower slow. Just take it down so you're still sitting on the fat part of your butt. It should not be painful because you're on muscle. Lift up and lower down. So it's all about finding that right spot. Up and down. If you took your legs all the way down, you'd end up with that bone digging into the floor, which would make it not cool. Up and down and up and down. 2 more. Up. Feeling it right on this left side body. It's a lot of work. Okay, relax. Whew. Let's get on the left cheek. Bend the legs. Get down on that left elbow. Right hand to the ear. Lift your feet up. Just holding this could be a good modification, because as soon as I took my feet off the floor, I felt all of this core system activate. I'm going to straighten the legs, make sure I'm on the cushy part of that glute, lift up and down, and up, and lower, and lift. Keep your belly drawing in, lower, lift. You can do this with bent legs if you want to modify. You have 4 more. Nice job. Okay, let's meet in staff pose. Let's take the heels to the corners of the front of the mat. Sit up really tall and start to walk it out. So now you feel those sit bones digging into the floor. Keep your spine long. Walk out as far as you can. And then flex the spine and try to put the elbows down on the mat. Take some nice big deep breaths. You can go out a little further, why not? Okay, bring it back up. You're gonna flip your feet around. We're gonna meet in a low plank position on our forearms. So I'm gonna fold the front of my mat in half. So it's a little cushier. Get down on my forearms with my feet together in this low plank, because we're gonna work our obliques again. So butt up a little higher than the spine. Lower that right hip towards the floor without moving the feet. Then lift it back up. And do that 5 more times on that side. 6 apiece, nice and slow. Down on 3 counts, up on 3 counts. That's how slow you're moving. Your heels and ankle bones should be touching. And please don't let the heels rotate or the feet rotate. It's all about your side body working here to make this movement happen. And I'm going to switch to the other side. 6 nice slow reps on this side. Nice, put those knees down, walk it back, take a quick child's pose of your choice.
Nice, now come on back up onto your butt, sitting down. We're gonna grab that one heavy weight or two. We're gonna do some tricep extensions, stretch, and then say goodbye. So we're almost done. This is your last exercise. So I'm using one weight, holding the ends, wrists over shoulders. We really call this a skull crusher if you're holding the weight this way. You're gonna lower it down gently towards the forehead and then right back up. So lots of control. You're really forced here to go slowly because of course you don't want the weight to hit your head. Now you've got your legs bent, your lower back on the floor. You're gonna take the right leg out and just hold it so that your quads are at the same height. So you have one leg bent, one leg straight. You might feel a little bit of your transverse abdominis muscles now having to work just to stabilize the movement. Okay, switch legs. Keep the arms going, nice and slow. Feeling it between the elbow. These are your triceps. No movement from that elbow to the shoulder. Hook both feet on the floor, keep the arms going. You have 8 more. Last 6. I like to call out the count just so you know how slow it should be. 5 to go. Working on 3, last 3. Hopefully you got a little burning and trembling going on in your tries. Last 2. If not, you need to take a heavier weight next time. Last 1. There's always a fix, right? Okay. Whew, all over but the crying. Cheers. We get to do a couple of stretches and then go to work. So here we go. Bend the legs, lie down, cross your right knee over the left. You're going to bring the knees into you and grab hold of the outsides of your feet and pull them down and towards you. It's a massive stretch for the glute on the right side and the hip, since we did all that bend work. Just hold it here. We're going to stay here for about 20 more seconds. Nice. Okay, relax, uncross them. Let's cross over the other way. Draw those knees in. Find those feet on the outside and then pull them down and towards you. So your arms are actually working here to get those feet in towards your butt. Should feel it on the left side. About 15 more seconds here. Try to relax.
Okay, release them. Let's meet in happy baby. So you're still grabbing the outsides of the feet with your arms inside the legs. Use those arms again to get the knees pushing towards the floor. Let's try to keep our lower back down on the mat. So you're not tilting your pelvis up. Okay, bring both knees nice and close to the chest, and then make a nice small circle with your legs. Go the opposite way. And now let's rock and roll forward. We're gonna come all the way up on our toes. We're not done yet. Lift your heels up so you're really high on the toes. We're gonna do a nice little stretch for our IT bands, especially for Sue, since she cycles a lot, those muscles get tight. So let's meet in a full forward fold. To start, your hands are on the floor. We're gonna inhale and extend the spine. Hold this and just see if you can take your right foot and cross it over the left. Try to line up the toes in the same line and see if you can shift your hips back as you fold down over the leg, over that right leg. So we want to try to get into the outside of the left leg. That's where you're looking to feel the stretch. So wiggle those hips around if you haven't found it. Take some nice, big, deep breaths. Now inhale and extend the spine. Uncross the feet. And we'll take it over to the other side. Really try to move the hips backwards as you fold over the legs. Okay, uncross, inhale, extend the spine. Now you reverse it, come all the way back up. And I thank you so much for your patience. Oh my goodness, I have to go. I've got someone at the door.
Okay,
I'm gonna say goodbye because I have someone at the door.
all good. Thanks, Kier. Bye.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, bye.